Welcome back, dear viewers, to Anything You Want, the place where emotions, art, and the deepest stories of your favorite stars come to life. If you haven't yet subscribed, now is the perfect time. Hit that subscribe button, tap on join to support our channel even more, and don't forget to like and comment so we can hear your voice. Tell us which celebrity you would love us to feature next. Today, we bring you a story that has shaken not only the entertainment world, but also the hearts of millions across social media. Prepare yourselves, because this one is drenched in raw emotion and unforgettable words. The day began as many others in the bustling world of Turkish entertainment journalism. Reporters gathered with cameras, lights flashing, microphones prepared for yet another celebrity appearance. But what unfolded in front of them was not the polished script of a press junket nor the distant professionalism of a movie star. It was Kerem Bürsin, one of Turkey's most adored actors, standing before them, his eyes shimmering with tears, his voice trembling as though each syllable carried the weight of the universe. The room, usually filled with the clamor of reporters competing for sound bites, fell into a hushed reverence. Journalists, photographers, and crew members instinctively lowered their voices, sensing that what they were about to witness was no ordinary statement. And indeed, it was not. When Kerem finally began to speak, his tone was gentle yet broken by emotion. Every pause, every breath, carried meaning. His first sentences expressed gratitude for the support his fans had shown, but quickly, he moved into the subject that had been consuming his thoughts, the well-being of Hande Erçel and their newborn baby. "If something happens to Hande and my baby," he whispered, his lips quivering as if they could barely hold the weight of the words, "I don't even want to imagine the pain." The sentence was simple, yet its emotional charge hit everyone in the room like a wave. Some reporters lowered their cameras. Others found their own throats tightening with unexpected emotion. For a moment, Kerem was not a celebrity, not a leading man on the silver screen. He was a vulnerable human being, a father trembling under the responsibility of protecting the people he loved most. Within minutes of his words being spoken, snippets of the conference began appearing online. First came the tweets with shaky captions like, "Kerem is crying" or "Unbelievable press conference." Then came the TikTok edits, where fans layered emotional background music over his tear-streaked face, adding captions such as "Love like this is rare" or "Protective father, devoted lover." Instagram reels multiplied by the thousands, many with hashtags like #KeremBürsin, #HandeErçel, and #TrueLove trending not just in Turkey but in international fan communities across Europe and Latin America. Viewers from across the globe, many of whom had discovered Kerem and Hande through their popular dramas, flooded comment sections with messages, "Stay strong, Kerem, we are with you, Hande and the baby are lucky to have such love." And even this proves celebrities are just as human as us. And dear viewers, let us pause for a second. What do you think about this moment? Do you believe Kerem's vulnerability is a strength that deepens his bond with his fans? Or do you think such raw emotions should remain private? Share your thoughts below. Your comments help us keep the conversation alive. And don't forget to support Anything You Want by subscribing and hitting the join button for exclusive content. For months, speculation about Kerem and Hande's private life had dominated headlines. Were they still together? Were the rumors of distance true? The press had hounded them at airports, on film sets, and even outside their homes. Yet, during this emotional press conference, Kerem seemed determined to redirect the narrative, not toward gossip, but toward love and responsibility. Friends close to the actor later revealed to journalists that Kerem had been quietly preparing protective measures for Hande and the baby, fearing that the intense public interest might jeopardize their peace. He's usually calm, one insider explained, but lately his anxiety has been visible. He cannot stand the thought of anything happening to them. This confession cast Karam not as a star consumed by fame, but as a man burdened by the very human fear of losing what he treasures most. At several points during the conference, Karam's eyes filled again, and despite his attempts to maintain composure, tears slid down his cheeks. Each time he reached for a tissue, cameras flashed like lightning, immortalizing the vulnerability of the moment. His gaze would wander to the floor, then lift again with a quiet determination, as though saying, "Yes, I am broken, but I will rise for them." He repeated his devotion more than once, telling reporters, "Hand and my baby come first. If anything ever happens to them, I will never forgive myself." These words, raw and unfiltered, echoed through the hall and later through millions of homes via news broadcasts and viral clips. Communications specialists and celebrity analysts were quick to weigh in. Some argued that Karam's outpouring of emotion was risky, that in the relentless world of media, vulnerability can be twisted into weakness. Others, however, praised his authenticity, noting that audiences increasingly crave truth in a world saturated with staged perfection. One columnist wrote, "Karam Bursin's tears are not for the cameras, they are for the woman and child he loves." But what he may not realize is that by opening his heart, he has connected with millions who see themselves in him. His fear is universal, his love relatable. This perspective helps explain why his emotional words ignited such empathy. People saw not a star, but a man in love, terrified of loss. Outside the press conference, fans who had gathered to catch a glimpse of their idol were equally moved. Some wept openly upon hearing his words, others chanted encouragements like "Stay strong, Karam." In online forums, the discussions raged. Was this a sign of a deeper commitment to Hand? Could these words silence once and for all the endless speculation about their relationship? Viewers, tell us, do you believe Karam's statement was purely personal, or do you think it was also a subtle message to the media to back off? Comment below, your insights fuel our community. And remember, by clicking join on anything you want, you directly help us bring more exclusive deep dives into the lives of your favorite stars. Regardless of interpretation, the conference has already secured its place in entertainment history. Rarely do we see a star strip away the mask of fame so completely. His trembling voice, the way he paused to gather himself, and the final bow of his head as he left the stage will remain etched in the collective memory of his fans. As Karam exited through a side door, alone, without Hand by his side, the press respected his silence. No further comments were offered, no interviews granted. And perhaps that silence spoke louder than any prepared statement ever could. And so, dear viewers, we have witnessed one of the most moving moments in Karam Bursin's career, not on screen, but in real life, where his heart spoke louder than his fame. His words about Hand Erçel and their baby are not just a headline, they are a reminder of how fragile, beautiful, and powerful love can be. What do you think this means for their future? Will Karam's sincerity shield them from the relentless curiosity of the media, or will it only spark more attention? Share your ideas in the comments, we read every single one. Before you go, don't forget, subscribe to Anything You Want, hit the like button if this story touched you, and join our channel to show extra love and support. With your help, we can keep delivering the most heartfelt, detailed, and engaging stories from the world of your favorite celebrities. Until next time, stay safe, stay kind, and remember, on Anything You Want, the spotlight is always on the truth behind the glamour.